What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Swanks here with the Real Divine Masculine. Here to do a reading today for the sign of Aquarius. If it's your first time to the channel, welcome. If it's not, welcome back. I'm excited to be here and do a reading for you guys today. If you want to, you can follow me over on Instagram at the Real Divine Masculine. Stay up to date with me, what's going on. I do readings up there sometimes too. But nonetheless, let's get into it. See what the overall energies are for the sign of Aquarius for the next 48 hours. What do we have for Aquarius? So the two cards that we have are the Four of Sticks and the Nine of Sticks. So right away, this energy is talking about union, and Four of Sticks is all about union, coming into union, whether this be in love, sex, and relationships, whether this be at work, just union in general, coming into union with yourself. But this kind of looks like a relationship of some sort, and it seems like one or both people are either defensive towards the partnership. This could be a twin flame type of situation. For some of you, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But yeah, this Nine of Sticks energy, somebody is defensive in the situation. Try to see what they're defensive about. This person is spiritually protected. Yeah, their Bible. Yeah, she has the Bible in one hand and a gun in the other hand, and the skeletons behind are representative of like her ancestors. It's like this person is definitely spiritual, and they may just have gone through some things in the past. To have them feeling defensive. But the next card out is the Hierophant. So again, this talks about like a connection to the divine, having a pristine connection to God, to the divine, and really being protected by the ancestors, really being led by the ancestors. Yeah, the Chariot card is the next card that came out. So you might be in some type of partnership, dealing with some type of relationship, some type of union, might be coming into union, and might need to know that you're safe and you're protected. You might be feeling defensive about that, but it's really needed to rely on your connection to God and know that you have one, to God, to the ancestors, to the divine, and trusting that, and whatever that means for you. This is not, some of you might be coming out of union and moving forward alone. The Chariot only has room for one person on it. Right here is a train, but generally the Chariot is depicted as, coming directly from the hand of God, but there only being room for one person. So some of you might be being divinely guided to leave something behind, some type of relationship. For others of you, the divine is bringing in some type of balance in the situation, or you might need to bring balance to a situation, or somebody might want to come in and bring balance to a relationship where there was an imbalance, and you might be feeling defensive towards them doing that because of something that transpired in the past. What else do you have? it's like there's a need for you to be open-minded because in some way, somehow, this person, this job, this whatever this is that you're coming into union with, it's a part of your ten of cups. It's a part of your happiness, your future family, your what, your it's just a part of your abundance, like what you see for yourself. It's a part of that. It's a part of what you envision. The vision that you and God share, but you might not be able to see it right now. You might be feeling defensive about it because of things that have already transpired. That seems to feel a balance coming in. It's devil energy. It's devil energy trying to get you to walk away from and abandon it. See shorty like R.I.P. R.I.P. I just kicked the club. Yeah. That's why you're all up in your head about it. Seven of Baskets. It's devil energy. Got you feeling like this. And having anxiety, thinking that all apples are bad apples. Look at these apples. They all have a knife inside. Why is this forced? It's the Son of Sticks. It's like embarking in a journey of union, embarking in some type of journey pertaining to love, but the divine is like tempering it out. The divine is like, this is what the divine is doing in the situation. Balancing it out. So that these two can be in this childlike energy and embark on this journey together. So that all these snakes from before, who ain't gonna do shit now, don't have anything to do with this situation now, don't have you feeling like this, defensive, Bible in one hand, gun in the other hand, ancestors in the back. This is good energy to carry, but for like a spiritual warfare, but this is the person you might marry, right? Like, you gotta be gentle. So the divine's trying to ask you, like, okay, we get it. The divine's like, okay, we get it. We raised the gangster, but now you gotta cool it, shorty. You gotta calm down a little bit. You gotta let yourself be open. Be the mother of baskets, which is the Queen of Cups. But you might be feeling like defensive and like, I'm about to leave the situation. Divine's like, no, have strength. Have strength. You looking at this motherfucker like a predator or something, like this person's only here to hurt you, but the divine's like, nah, you just be pretty, you keep it cute. You make a photo shoot out of it. Like America's Next Top Model when they pose with the fucking animals. Make it a moment. Because that's what you do. But the reason that you're feeling up in your head is because it's something that's being hidden. It's something that you don't know. There's a reason. You're not just feeling this way. for no reason, Aquarius, because you're already intuitive, so you know what's up. But the problem is, because you don't know what hasn't been revealed, you think it's the 4 baskets. Look at her face, like she's over it. Like, okay, I'm ready to move on. But really, it's the 9, which is wish fulfillment. But you feel like it's the 4 baskets because you have this anxiety about endings, about the way things always turn out. Look at how it turned out all those other times. You thought they were good apples, but these motherfuckers backstabbed you all these times. So this is all that you're used to, is endings. And that's why you feel this way about this situation. The only thing is, it's not the 4 baskets. You see, it's like this hand from the divine. They're trying to hand it to you, and you're like, fuck this shit. It's really the 9 of baskets, which is wish fulfillment. It's actually what you want. But you don't know that because you've never seen what you actually want. So you are not able to identify it. I mean, you know what you want, but have you ever received it? I mean, obviously not for my singles, because you wouldn't be single. What's at the bottom of the deck? The Lovers. To me, these are the divine, like their ancestors, bringing them together, working things out, doing this. Come back a little bit. Doing this. Temperance. Courting. This is resonating. Make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Empress at the bottom of the deck. Big Queen. Some of you might be having children with this person and actually be getting married to this person. And that's what the divine is working out. But look how you feel. 10 of Swords, backstabbed and betrayed by what happened to you in the past. 5 of Cups. It always turns out this way. No. This is you. It always turns out this way. With the Knives. Careful what you speak into existence. Keep saying that. And that's why it feels that way. But look, it's the Empress. It's not like the other times. The other times these motherfuckers, I don't see no Empress on this card. They had a cup, yeah, but their cup versus the Empress cup, look how abundant she is. It's like, you see in the 10 of Swords, it's like you took all those swords out your back and you got them up to your tongue and you keep speaking the betrayal into existence over and over again, replaying it with your mouth, with the words you say. So it needs to come out of that. Get out of it. Star. You gotta come out of that energy, because Aquarius, you are the star. And right now, the Mother of Sticks. Popping. And that's how people see you. Popping. Period. No question about it. The star. The Beyonce. Prayer. What is the Ten of Knives? Five of Knives. I kid you not. So what's the Five of Knives? Remember we talked about this, speaking like negativity? It's the Seven of Swords in reverse. It's like cheating yourself. It's like not even actually any of the stuff happened. It's literally you just speaking of the swords. See the Seven Swords hanging here? They're in reverse. They're not even upright. Like nobody's even trying to harm you. It's like, you know, when you have a knife, they tell you to like turn it upside down so that you know like that they're not gonna hurt you, or flip the scissors so you know you're not gonna injure anybody. Like it's you that's holding the scissors or the sword upright. It's you. And this, remember this energy of like, it always turns out this way. Five of Cups energy. It's only an illusion. See all those swords around you? It's only an illusion. This person feels trapped. They could fucking walk through any of these exits. Like, it's an illusion that this Five of Cups is the reality. And that the judgment. Because a lot of you are going and getting readings and shit. This chick in here, she getting a reading. Look at her gagging. he's stabbing me in the back. It's the same as always. Y'all gotta be careful about what messages y'all allow to resonate with yourself. Like sometimes you can trick yourself into believing that something is actually happening. Especially some of these readers up here be doing the most. So use your high priestess. Use these messages to validate what you already know. Don't let them start playing stuff in there that wasn't there before. You should be getting clarity when you come to a reading. You shouldn't be more confused than you came in. If that's the case, then that reading is not for you. What? I'll pull this whole deck. Again, the Empress comes out in the Two of Sticks, which is like getting ready to embark on a journey. Some new journey, some new adventure. It's like you're ready for it now. At the beginning, you were like this. No. Nigga got his hand, excuse me, got his hand out like no. Now, it's like, okay, let's go. Let's go. Got my best friend. Okay, let's pull from this deck. Let's see. Let me get some more clarity. Fucking pull the whole deck. What is this? in this situation, one person might be, because this was what came out, the King of Wands, and then this came out, the Queen of Cups. To me, like, this is giving me the energy of, because I asked to clarify the 4-6, this card here, and those two came out. And in this deck, the King of Wands is somebody who is seriously connected to the divine. He is like the master of the ceremonies, in specific religions. He's called an Oriate. But what that really means to me, what that's really translated to me is he's somebody that's a leader. Like, he's somebody that's vocal about how he feels and what he needs, and etc., etc. Whereas the other person, look at the Queen of Cups. She looks scared as shit. She's not scared, but she is more sensitive. She is creative. She's loving. She's caring. But she's non-confrontational. You know, she's quiet. She's mysterious. Like, she's psychic. And those two energies, it's like opposites attract. But this is the reason why somebody is feeling defensive towards the other person. Because this one is so traditional, and it's so like, it needs to be this way, and then this one is so like, has so much love to offer, but in a different way. They have different ways of doing things, and the divine is in the middle. The Temperance card, trying to balance them out. Because, again, this is the Ten of Cups. This is like happiness, pure happiness. These two people are supposed to build something together. They're supposed to go on this journey together. Look, the Queen of Cups came out twice. I forget, it's here again. But devil energy is trying to get them to think that they're too different for each other. That one person should move on. Look at the devil. This bitch is cracking up. She's like, yeah, he ain't for you, girl. But R.I.P. Like, petty. Okay. Let's be serious now. What are you up to your head? What's the moon? What's the moon? What's the meaning of the devil? So I asked what's the moon, and the Six of Swords came out, and this is about like moving forward to like calmer waters. I feel like there hasn't been a lot of movement. It was in reverse. That's why I say that. I feel like something hasn't been moving the way that you expected it to move, or the way that you feel like it should move, and it's making you feel like this is not the one. Or maybe for some of you, you are supposed to leave, and the devil energy is trying to get you to stay. You have to take that how it resonates, if it resonates. Yeah. So devil energy is trying to get you to feel like, because things aren't, this relationship might be, this person might be so much more practical, I think, than maybe you are used to dealing with, and so the relationship is showing up different. The actions, the way this person moves is just different than what you're used to, and for some of you, it's making you feel up in your head and feel like it's not for you. But actually this is for you. You are looking at this option like this, when really the divine is like it's wish fulfillment, but you can't see it. You can't see the future. This is like the family. These are parents, kids, people they're dating and shit. Yeah, they're not here yet because you didn't build all that yet. And you're praying to the divine, bring me somebody. And then when they do, look, they you like, bitch, no. Send me another one. No. But they're like, no. Trust me, you just can't see it yet. Because you're so used to, again, you have anxiety about this shit because you're so used to dealing with bad apples. Look at all these fucking apples up here. Every single one of them got a knife in it. It's all the times when niggas stabbed you in that bag and played you out and did you wrong. But I feel like this time is different. You just gonna have to conquer the devil. Like, this is another form of spiritual warfare. You're gonna have to conquer devil energy in that way. Because the Seven of Swords is in reverse. It's not even in the upright. Yeah, and then the Eight of Cups in reverse. The Eight of Cups upright is like walking away from something. Reverse is like, don't walk away. Don't walk away from the lovers because of your anxiety. And feeling like you're going to be out in the cold. Look, again, I love this card. It has this man, he's sitting outside like a beggar. This is Babaluaye in the Ifa tradition, but he is synchronized with Jesus Christ. So you know how they always say like Jesus was like a poor man, and he wasn't super flashy. Yeah, this was what people saw when they saw Jesus. They was like, it's no way this man is the Son of God. Meanwhile, Jesus can take his plate, raise it up to the sun, to God, and be fed and be abundant. Look at all the abundance here. So it's like the divine reminding you that your abundance comes from them. And even the divine is on this card. In the background, you see the horse, the white horse, and the man on it with the axe. That's Shango. He's the god of thunder, but he also is a protector of humanity and justice and what's right, and the sick and the weak. He came and saved Babaluaye that day. So yes, even Jesus needed a savior, because he is synchronized with Jesus. Like, so for those of you who are Christians, I love Jesus. You don't love that? What's wrong with you? But yeah, let me not even get into that conversation. Let's see. Oh, I see. Oh, fuck. Oh, do it. Okay. Some of y'all might feel like this card is about somebody who is excited to embark in some type of journey, like initially, and they're down to put in the hard work, like the work that nobody else wants to do. Imagine being so excited about something, like, you know how they always show like those kids that are interning at like Vogue or something, and they're just happy to be at the office getting coffee for everybody. Like, it could be the lowest of the lowest of the lowest jobs and responsibilities to do, but they're just happy to do it because they're happy to be there. It's like some of y'all feel like you are tired of putting in the work. You tired of putting in the petty work. You tired of sending the good morning text. You tired of doing da 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 da, because it always ends the same. And y'all are getting readings, doing readings, spying, trying to figure out and put together the pieces and see if this person is stealing from you. It's really a thief in disguise. Like if it's really a lover, or if it's somebody that's stealing something from you, or that's there to steal from you. This card is Oya, and she was one of the people that was affiliated with Shango, who we talked about earlier. This was his lover, one of his lovers, and she was the goddess of thunder and lightning. And when they dated, they got together. She taught him the mysteries of thunder, and then he became the god of thunder, and she kept lightning. She shared with him, right? But he kept his secrets and his gifts to himself, which was fire. He was also amazing with fire, the god of fire, right? And war, and he wanted to hold that for himself. He didn't want to share with her the same way. So some of you may be being so defensive. It's like this person is trying to share with you, but you don't want to share with them because you're so afraid that they're going to take from you. And what did Oya do? Yes, he was a master magician, and he was amazing with fire. And what did she do? She learned alchemy. Like she learned the tricks of the trade. She learned how he was able to use fire, and how he was such an incredible alchemist. She learned the tricks of the trade, and she kept it for herself. And then she left. By this is what y'all afraid of somebody coming in and taking y'all gifts and taking y'all treasures. And that's why y'all are getting readings and feeling like somebody cheating you, somebody playing you, when really this person sees you as the star and the queen of wands, the mother of sticks. They think you're beautiful. They think you're a star. They think you're talented. They think that highly of you. Clarify those two. And maybe they haven't revealed that to you, or maybe they have, but in a more subtle way. Maybe that's what they haven't told you, and maybe that's what you need to know to make you feel confident. There's something that you don't know. Something is hidden. What is hidden? What is all of this? Again, the chariot. What's the moon? So what's the moon? The 9 of this is wish fulfillment. It's that the seeds that you plant now, they actually are going to come to fruition. Like it actually is going to come into fruition. And I feel like that's what you don't know. You have an anxiety about it, but I feel like that's the truth. And so you're gonna have to make a choice about embarking in this journey, male or female, with the Empress, or you could be the Empress, it could be the Emperor, whatever. You know what I mean? There's a choice that needs to be made. I think it should go this way. Do you move on alone? Or do you move towards the Empress? This card is like, why? He's here doing a reading too, with the cowrie shells, which is the most official way to get a reading. But this, I hope you can see it well. It says a dog has 4 legs, but it can only choose one path. So which path do you take? Right? I don't know. You know. So you have to trust your high priest and a high priest and priestess. Which path do you take? Because it looks like your shadow is trying to get you to go away from what you really want. Yeah. Look what's on the bottom of the deck. Sorry, I'm trying to today. The Lovers and the 7 of Swords. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Self-sabotage. Well, for some of you, you are going to be asked to move. Some of you are going to be making the choice to move out of union with somebody, and that is for the best. Some of you are coming in union. Some of you are coming out of union. The High Priestess, and you know which one it is. And the 7 of Swords again. Why is the 7 of Swords coming out again? Alright, I'm gonna pull a few more cards and wrap this up. Okay, so for some of you, the devil energy is trying to get you to abandon a new beginning, a new start. And for some of you, devil energy is trying to keep you in an old situation so that you don't move forward to today's it is. So that you don't move forward to what you really want. So this is like staying in a relationship because you don't think that like there's anything better. Meanwhile, you meet the soulmate that you're supposed to be with the day after you break up with somebody. You know, like some shit like that. But devil energy knows that already. Like, the devil knows that's gonna happen, but you don't. So I'm trying to get you to stay in the situation so that when the opportunity comes in front of you, you can't really take advantage of it. Can you take advantage of a relationship when you're in one? No, I mean, I guess you can, but you're going to get karma for going about it that way. Whether you feel like you are entitled to do that or not, you're not. You can absolutely use your free will however you want to, but you will absolutely be on the receiving end of whatever karma is associated with that action. And you can bet your bottom dollar on that. I don't care what anyone tells you about karma not coming back to people. Yes, it does. You can exercise your free will however you want to, but But you better trust and believe that whatever you put out, you will be receiving back, good and bad. So there's that. So I can hear like whatever. Temperance again. The divine is trying to temper your. The divine understands how you feel. It's like they're just trying to get you to see it from a different perspective so that you don't walk away from what's actually meant from you. It's like, good, you passed all the tests of like what wasn't meant for you, but fuck, can you identify what is meant for you? Like, now that's the test. Like, are you about to walk away from? Because you're having anxiety about it. You see all these knives? Like, it's like, in this story, it was raining knives one day. So everybody stayed inside, right? Except for this man, he was smart. He watched out his window, or close by his door anyway, while it was raining knives. And as soon as it stopped raining, he ran outside and gathered as many knives as he could. On the second day, it rained again, but this time it was raining money. Now, you can imagine everybody was outside that day. So what he did was he let everybody gather all the money that they wanted, and then he took the knives that he collected the day before and robbed everybody. So he won in the end. I mean, that's kind of a fucked up story, but the point is, sometimes you have anxiety or people are afraid of things because of how it looks or how it appears, but it could be a blessing in disguise, because this man knew, just like everybody else knew, that on Monday it was going to rain knives, and on Tuesday it was going to rain money. But what made other people stay inside, he stuck around and he benefited from that. So essentially, I think what this is trying to say is like, where other people might abandon the situation and just move forward, there's a benefit to you sticking it out and fighting through your anxiety. I'm not telling anybody to stay in a situation that's uncomfortable, that's not meant for you. You know when something isn't meant for you. You know when something is uncomfortable. You know when your higher self is telling you to leave. This is for those of you who are feeling defensive towards a new union. Because it's something that happened in the past. One final message. Give us one final message. Again, judgment. What I know this is related to is this card. So it's a choice that needs to be made. But only you can make that choice. Only you can make that judgment. But this is the phoenix rising from the ashes. So whatever that means for you, really consider the imagery of the phoenix rising, going all the way up towards the sun to save, to ascend, and to save the world, essentially. This phoenix goes all the way up to the sun, to God himself, and risk getting burnt. The feathers were burnt black. Almost destroyed. But this phoenix had so much bravery, it ascended anyway. To reach God, to ask God to forgive humanity. And God's judgment was to restore this phoenix fully for his sacrifice and for his commitment. So, for some of you, this is about commitment to God and to humanity and to what you actually believe in. And you have to make a choice to come into union with what you want, what you're asking for, what you're being given, what's being shown to you. So good luck with that. Alright, Aquarius, that's all we have for right now. Thank y'all. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you guys soon. Make sure you like, share, subscribe if any of this resonated with you. Thank you for watching. Follow me on Instagram, The Real Divine Masculine. It's your boy Swings. Holla.